right, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Mouthful of Marbles. Very exciting qualifying just happened. I'm your host, Chasey the Goose Goose, and with me today, David the Lake Lagus. David, how are you today?
Once again, I am simply amazing.
Simply amazing. Excellent. Great to hear it. Well, short circuit. We just had the qualifying literally 20 minutes ago. We've been getting ready for this video. Let's start off. Tell me what your takeaways were. What you thought about
Instant
it.
reactions.
Give me your instant reactions. Let's get into this. Let's go.
Well, the main thing is the incredible lap Prim had to put it on pole. Honestly, Prim is really impressing us so far this season. If it weren't for Mary holding Prim back,
Yep.
Team Primary would honestly
be in the lead.
I mean, if Mary was
100%.
just okay, if Mary was mediocre,
yep,
that would be amazing for them. But
the Prim
obviously
goat.
not.
Prim goat. This guy knows what he's doing. He every single time he's raced, he's had a great pole position, or not just great pole position, but just a great qualifying. He's had great races. Just everything about what it's doing right now is just freaking tastic. Let's go. Savage Speeders came in second.
Well, right. So I was going to get into this.
Well.
So
yeah, keep going.
In terms of the overall standings here, if we look at that right now, the two teams. Well, let me rephrase this. So the top three teams for us right now are the Savage Speeders, Team Galactic, and the Hazers. Team Galactic obviously had a very poor qualifying, 15th. Pulsar had a really bad lap. There seemed to be some sort of error there where Pulsar released at the same time as the marble in front of him. It was unfortunate, but whatever, you have to move on. Pulsar's going to have to come back and do something incredible in the race tomorrow. But that gives Hazers and the Savage Speeders a huge opportunity because the O'Rangers also back in 14th. The Hazers and the Savage Speeders have a huge opportunity to increase their lead and sort of solidify them as the top two. And they qualified in the top two positions in terms of qualifying for points. P2 and P5 have had the best results so far this season. That's, of course, skewed by Waspies falling off the belt back on the Raceway.
Very good point.
Either way, Speedy and Smoggy have a huge opportunity here, and they cannot pass it up. Now, we also saw Shock for the Thunderbolts have a great first two sectors.
Yeah, he was
flying.
He was flying. Like the line he took was excellent at the beginning, really, and then somehow at the beginning of sector 3.
The home GP curse struck him right as he entered into sector.
That qualifying, 3. They're always qualifying like from 8th to 12th is like where the home the home team like always qualifies. Thankfully for him though, I mean like 8th, 9th, not horrible in scoring compared to where they start, as you can see on that list there. But obviously P2 is where you want to be. But I got to give it to Prim. I really think that he might keep the pole position. He obviously the odds of him leading every lap basically nil, but the fact that he was able to do such a great qualifying, get into the front row at least, and hopefully maybe he can even break the curse and be the first person to qualify first and finish in first. I think he has the best chance of all the racers, and it's just like with our last video when we were talking about the Racers Championship and the Constructors Championship. It's really down to Prim when it comes to the racers because he's only had 2 races. He's like I think it was like something like 3rd or 5th or something, and everybody above him had 3 races on their track record. So it's going to be great to see. I'm very much looking forward. Prim is my guy. Razzie and the racers, I don't know what they're doing. My boys are just horrible right now, but Prim, got to give it to him.
Yeah, Prim's been incredible. At this point, what's really interesting as well, in terms of racers for the individual title, the racers that have only raced 2 races going into this one, that are highest up, the top 3 are, of course, Prim, Smoggy, and Billy. Billy had a horrible qualifying.
Yeah, 13th.
Billy's all the way back in 13th. So Prim and Smoggy have a chance here to take over the
It's definitely, I think we even said in the video, they had the best chances of doing it. Billy had a not too good qualifying, almost 2 seconds back. But that, of course, happens when Prim just goes for it for America with 1776 time, and just a fantastic showing from him. So, what are your predictions? Let's wrap this up. What are your predictions for the top 3, and what do you think is going to happen in the standings after that?
Yeah, it's very difficult to predict. As we've seen so far, Marbula1 this year has been incredibly unpredictable.
Incredibly.
Crazy stuff has been happening in these races. And in even looking at qualifying, you would have never expected Pulsar and Clementine to be back in 14th and 15th, even Billy in 13th, unexpected. You also predicted, you thought that the Snowballs would have a good weekend. They're down in 12th.
Yeah.
So if I have to play it safe, I'd say, Prim, Smoggy, and Speedy are my favorites for the top three. And I'm not sure what order that would be in. I could see Smoggy doing better here. Of course, I still think that this track would be better for Hazy.
Yep.
But Smoggy's been consistent even on the faster track. So Smoggy is clearly capable on this sort of track. I'd have to pick Prim though. Even though Prim's on pole and that's not been great, I got to pick Prim.
Yeah, even though we haven't seen this track run as a racetrack yet, we haven't seen them all going at one time. I think Prim's going to stay up there, but I really think that we're going to have almost not completely a flip, but I think it's going to be a very tightly bunched race for a lot of it. I think that some people in like the 7, 8, 9, maybe Shock will shock the world and come up and make it into the top three. I think Prim, I'm going to go with Shock, and then I really think that Wispy might be able to pull this off. He didn't have a horrible lap. He got stuck at one point. Other than that, he had a pretty good qualifying lap. So I think they're really going to mix it up. I'm going to go Prim in second place. I'm going to go Shock in first, winning his home race, and then Wispy I think might come up for, I'm hoping in third, but 4 or 3. And our friend Sawyer's Wispy is his favorite racer. So hopefully we can get that.
Well, I think it's all going to come down to how these marbles perform in the S chicane in sector 2.
Absolutely.
That was huge during qualifying. That's going to be a huge overtaking zone during the race. I think that could really decide how the Grand Prix goes for most of these marbles.
Absolutely. Well, looking forward to it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you guys want to put your predictions down there. Let us know what you think about the race so far, about the qualifying, about all the standings and all that stuff. This has been Mouthful of Marbles, your #1 source for analysis and commentary. Kind of messed that up, but you know what? It's all good. We'll see you guys after the race on Sunday.